Using Google Sites is simple and does not require any knowledge of coding. You can create your own personal profile or resume, your subject site, a virtual classroom, or a collaborative project site. Working on the project of cloud computing, we created a site for ourselves called Project Cloud Computing, on which we hosted an amalgamation of all the work that we did using Google Docs. On the side, you can see there is a sidebar which contains a list of all the contents on the site. The project definition, application of cloud computing, the to-do list, useful resources, project updates and benchmark dates that we define for ourselves, and most importantly, the body of work that we produced using Google Docs in the form of files, calendars, forms, videos, and presentations. Any important announcement that had to be made to the team was posted on the site for instant communication. A blog was also created. On the home page, there was a presentation uploaded from the Google Docs homepage. The presentation was created using Google Docs. It had videos, information, images, and a host of useful resources on the presentation. Like I said, this was created using Google Docs. The advantage of doing so was that we could share it among the group, and not only share it, we could also view it together, enabling any discussion during the making of the presentation. The presentation carried useful information for all team members, snapshots of the work that we were doing. It had videos embedded and integrated.
So imagine you have a dog, and your dog's name is Frank. It's a strange dog name, but just go with it. You and Frank are best pals. You go on walks together, Frank always walks faster, but still, you really love Frank a lot. You only have one photo of Frank, though, this goofy shot of Frank at his birthday party, drooling on the cake. And because you love this weirdly named dog so much, you're worried you might lose this photo. So you upload the photo, your favorite photo, to one of your favorite photo websites, like Flickr, Facebook, or Picasa. And without realizing it, you just started cloud computing. But what does that mean? When you put Frank's photo online, you could picture a giant cloud coming down to vacuum up this photo off your laptop. Then the photo of Frank, birthday hat and all, lives up in the cloud until you need to look at it again. You log on to Flickr or Facebook, and there's Frank. You can see him from wherever you want, from home, from work, even on your phone, in case you start missing Frank during your lunch break. At first, the cloud seems like magic, but it's not. The photo of Frank isn't flying around in the sky. Frank's photo actually lives in a secret warehouse full of computers. These warehouses are called data centers, or server farms, and they're popping up all over the world, just like crops. Inside one of the computer warehouses, there are rows and rows of refrigerator-sized computer towers that are way more powerful than your home computer. It's hard to know exactly where your photo of Frank may be once it's in the cloud. That's because it may be in a dozen of these warehouses all at once. Frank may be chilling in Paris or hanging out in India. There's really no way to know for sure. You just have to trust a web company, like Google or Microsoft, to keep Frank safe. There are a bunch of reasons to do this. The first is that, well, you only have one photo of Frank. It's on your laptop, and if that laptop breaks, if an alien comes to steal the data, or if your apartment melts when a volcano erupts, you're out of luck. No more Frank, no more memories. But when Frank's in the cloud, he's stored not just in one place, but all over the place. So you're less likely to lose him. You also can access Frank's photo from anywhere. You can send a link to some of your friends, so they can see Frank too. That's just one of the many powers of cloud computing. And it's not just you and Frank. Entire businesses are running in the cloud. There are plenty of reasons to be scared of the cloud too. But for now, you decide to trust the cloud as backup. If Frank's happy, then you're happy.
So that was a presentation which had embedded in it videos, documents, information, images, all of that to make learning about cloud computing interesting and engaging. There is also a Picasa web slideshow which has been embedded onto the home page, which is nothing but snapshots of Google pages showing the various features of Google Docs presented in the form of a slideshow. The home page also carries messages which are reminders about homework and targets to be completed during the implementation of the project, a to-do list, summary of the to-do list, and most importantly, the progress of the project in the form of a spreadsheet. Again, the spreadsheet created on the Google Docs homepage in the form of a spreadsheet, which enabled us to embed a bar graph into the spreadsheet and also share it with all the team members. The bottom line is that there was effective communication and collaboration all through. Definition of the project on the home page, which included the purpose, the targets, how the organization would benefit, what were the measurable objectives, and the different phases of the project, and of course, the project constraints that we would come across while implementing the project. Application of cloud computing, list of all the uses of Google Docs in a school scenario where all Google Docs could be used, calendars, program of work, archive of presentations, lesson plans, lesson observations, resources, duty lists, forms, collaborative projects, home assignments, student portfolios, anecdotal records. In fact, it encompasses the entire gamut of documentation that any school would have to do during the course of the year. The to-do list, of course, defined the role of the entire team, the team members, and their deadlines and the kind of work that they were required to put in. Useful links. These were an archive of video links that could be used to understand how cloud computing and Google Docs work and how we could adapt it to our own requirement. Project updates, because no project is complete without defining deadlines and roles and assignments and tasks that have to be completed. So all homework assignments were posted on the project update page along with a Google Calendar which showed benchmark dates for the project, how it was to be completed over the period of time that we had with us. So this is a Google Calendar, again integrated into the Google site. And finally, the most important, the body of the site, which is actually showcasing the body of work that we were able to create and produce using Google Docs. These included calendars for each section, the school calendar for the primary section, and you can see it is across the year, so you can look at it month-wise for the primary sector, for the section, for the secondary section, senior secondary section, your own personal calendar, all shared with each other for effective communication. The body of work also included files in the form of forms. Now, this is an example of a form which is used by our school, to get responses, data response from parents with regard to the choice of second language for grade 9 students. This form, once created on Google Docs homepage, can be emailed to the recipient or to the parent in this case, and the parent can submit the form completely filled online. It would come to us in the form of a spreadsheet. So we could see the response in the form of a spreadsheet, or the response could also be seen in the form of a summary of the data received. Very, very useful indeed. Makes work paperless, makes our offices more eco-friendly, our schools more eco-friendly. A very important document in our school is the detailed breakup of syllabus over the year. We call it the program of work. Now, this is a composite and a very, very comprehensive document which contains details of how the syllabus would be transacted through the year. Okay, so from month to month, week to week, how the topics would be taught, subtopics, the activities that had to be incorporated into the teaching of the topic, the assessment, the resources to be used, very important deadlines for teachers as to when to complete the syllabus, CCA activities, checks and balances by coordinators on lesson observations, completion of syllabus, and all of that. A very important document indeed for all schools. This one document contains a host of information which is very useful for administrators who are trying to constantly see whether a task has been completed on schedule or not. This program of work is created in a spreadsheet. This is for class 9 bio. This is the bio program of work for class 10. Similarly for class 9, class 8, and so on. The best thing about creating this program of work on Google Docs using spreadsheet is that we were able to share it between co-teachers and with the administrators and coordinators, so that there would be no loopholes in communication, and no one could say that I did not have a document and therefore I could not complete a task. And because I did not have the information, my task was not completed. We have also hosted on the site an archive of videos, useful videos for the project. For example, a video on cloud computing and how it works, the concept, how cloud computing can be used to make education paperless. And these are two very interesting uh, videos which were seen by the teachers. There's a lot of information, free information available on YouTube online, and I think we all need to learn to access this information and use it for our own specific requirements. There is a tutorial on Google Docs and how does it help, how does it work, which we've already seen. We've also put on the site a collaborative student project. Now, this project has been given as holiday homework to the students of grade 9. These are students who are on vacation, and so they are not physically together. They are located in different parts of the city and maybe the country, and they are in their respective homes working on the project collaboratively. Uh, for the project has been shared by all the team members. So they are working on the project, posting it on the site. The project is on traditional versus social media. So students have embedded videos, images in the project. The advantage of this project is that there is collaboration happening. And these are students from different sections, so they do not know each other personally, they are not friends, and they are working together on the project. I think today, when we are talking about collaboration and sharing, this is a very, very important, useful tool for us to be able to use a Google site and share it and work collaboratively. I also have embedded the site that we are seeing just now. It's also a collaborative project site. So this is also posted on the site itself. There are presentations archived and PPTs archived and posted on the site. Now these are all, again, these are of course subject wise presentations, section wise, class wise presentations. This is just an example of how we can archive all our presentations, all our PPTs, and share them with not only co-teachers but also with students and parents. So we reach out to a larger audience. Any important announcements, like I said, can be posted on the site. Create a blog, and I know the kind of feeling of liberation that one experiences when writing a blog. This is a blog, an example of a blog which I had written some time ago, and I've just posted it on this for it to be shared by all. There is a site map which shows which link is where, and most importantly, we have the team members and the strategy team who worked together on this project to make it a success. The strategy team of R N Podar School. Thank you very much.